Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, I hear from a lot of real estate agents that say they're tired of hearing their clients say they want to think about it. I just got an email here. I'm actually doing some work on the treadmill desk, which is pretty cool, by the way. No more excuses for being fat. You can actually work out while you're working. Anyway, I got this email from an agent, and he says, listen, every time I go on a presentation, I think the presentation's going pretty well, but the problem is when I get to the end, they always say they want to think about it. They want to interview other people. They think it sounds great, but they just want to sleep on it overnight. I'm sure you've had that happen for yourself as well, right? So what we've got to do is take a preemptive strike at that objection. So what do I mean by that? You don't want to get to the end of your presentation and they say, I want to think about it, and you thought the presentation went really well, you thought you were getting a listing, and then they kind of stifle it by saying they want to think about it overnight, right? You can't say, well, what do you want to think about? Well, let's address that issue right now. I'm here. I can answer your questions. You don't really want to go that route because then you're playing defensive. Here's a better approach for you. Here's what I want you to do. When you begin your presentation, take a preemptive strike at this so that you never have any client say, I want to think about it. You want me to show you how you do that? Here's what you'll do. So if you've been through bulletproof presentations, our bulletproof listing presentation, we do this for buyers and sellers, but if you've been through bulletproof presentations, you've seen, let me turn this down a little bit, I'm losing my freaking breath here. Been walking for way too long. But if you've been through bulletproof presentations, you've seen that we start every presentation talking about commission. We also need to talk about the fact that they're not going to say, I want to think about it. So here's how we do that. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, before we get started here, I want to tell you a little bit about kind of how this meeting's going to go. I'm going to show you a little bit about what we can do to get your home sold, or if you're working with buyers, of course, helping them on the buy side. I'm going to show you what we can do to help you out with that. And when we get to the end of this presentation, one of three things is going to happen. Number one, you'll absolutely love it. You'll think it'll meet your criteria and get your home sold for the most amount of money in the least amount of time, and you'll decide that you want to work with me. That would be outstanding. Number two, you won't like it. It won't meet your needs, it won't meet your time frame, whatever the case is, and we'll decide not to do business. And here's the cool part, I'm a big boy. I can handle it. I want you to tell me, no, I don't think it's a good fit. And that's no problem if that's where we end up. Or number three, and I want the commitment that this doesn't happen with us, you'll say, everything looks good, but I want to think about it. Now that doesn't help you and doesn't help me either, and generally, if you say you want to think about it, that usually means it's a no. But again, I'm a big boy, so I want to commit that when we get done here, we're either going to decide, is this a yes or is this a no? Is that a fair statement or a fair way for us to handle this meeting? Now see that we've let them off the hook, that it's okay to say no, but more importantly, we've made certain they're not going to say maybe or say, I want to think about it. If you've been to bulletproofpresentations.com, I think that's our domain, bulletproofpresentations.com. You've seen a little bit about how we handle those listing presentations. This is one of the tools you should be using. Never, ever accept, I want to think about it. Okay? So hopefully that's helpful for you. Check us out at closingseverymonth.com if you haven't been on our Wednesday webinar. And go out there and sell some houses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and listen, we've got a lot more information for you to help you with growing your real estate business. We load new videos nearly every day, and I want you to have access. So you got to do two important things. It's both totally free. Number one, I want you to subscribe to this channel. You'll see the little subscribe button for you to click. If you don't have an account with YouTube, set it up. It's totally free. You got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important factor, you got to ring the bell. Right next to that subscribe button, you'll see a little bell to turn on notifications. That will let you know every time I load a new money-making video to help you with growing your real estate business. Subscribe and make sure you ring the bell. We'll see you in the next video.